we don't know if we would have got there, or at least nowhere near as soon if we didn't have the Infinity team that we have helping us and guiding us of how to do it. Yeah.
Money isn't the root of all evil, the fucking lack of it is.
Not money, the lack of understanding money.
When I put that into emphasis, when I realised that psychological effect and how it hit our family, I FTB all the fucking way.
You are now watching the Money Mentor podcast
With Graham Home.
Graham Home.
You're fucking gone. See ya.
So welcome. Thank you for coming to record the bonus episode after your podcast with G. We can go through a little bit more about what it's like after you joined, after you've watched the podcasts and done the masterclass and come through the kind of infinity doors. They open for you like the gates. The gates are unlocked. And then you are in with your strategist and your relationship manager. Walk me through kind of how that was for you guys.
Well, we met our wealth strategist at our first real estate mastery. Mm-hmm. So we met him then, and it was quite overwhelming being told that we could get 3 properties because I thought maybe 1. So it was very cool though, and he was very friendly and easy to talk to and great at explaining everything and stepping us through it. Yeah. So it was quite comfortable. And then we actually haven't face-to-face met our financial strategist and our relationship manager, but our financial strategist is Chattarika.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of the emails and everything in the beginning, and she was great at communicating and explaining everything and asking us for the information she needed and back and forth. And Amanda Byron is our relationship manager, who we love, and we haven't met her face to face, but we've had the phone calls and we've had the video calls, and she's great. She's very easy to talk to. Doesn't tell us off because we're good, and we do what we're told.
You must be doing the right things if she's not telling you off.
We do what we're told. But we actually didn't even have our first meeting with her until a few weeks after the real estate mastery. Wow. So the timing didn't work out. And also everything happened very quickly.
So you're one of the ones that gets Louis in trouble because you did masterclass and then you turned up at REM and G has to yell at Louis. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He kind of doesn't mind though, I think.
He does it a lot, Louis does. Yeah, I get the feeling he does it a lot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just talking to her and going over things like setting our budget and how that worked. That was really good because we actually didn't have much of a clue.
Yeah, so what was it like before, and is that kind of what you expected to happen? Was it, you had no budget and then were you surprised by what it looked like in the end?
Yeah, because when you did the masterclass and you had to fill out what you thought your budget would be and how much you spend on this thing and this thing each week, I got a few things wrong on that. So it was... In the beginning, it was $620 a week. And then after we sat down with Amanda, she's like, no, that's not a weekly thing. That's not a weekly thing. Those are every now and again things. You don't need to put them in there. And so it came down to about $380.
No way. But you
just very quickly. Yeah.
And you did $380 as your FFF?
Yeah.
And how does that look? Are you still doing that now?
No, because... We were actually sweeping we were having a decent amount left over at the end of each week, but we were still happy to leave it there as like a just in case. And then we did a monthly challenge with the community where we dropped that budget by $100. It was only for a month. To see if we could, save that extra $100 a week for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever. So we dropped it down to $280, and then it was not that hard, so we just left it there.
So you guys, just the two of you, but you spend $280 a week on your food, your fuel, and going out and having fun.
To be transparent, not fuel.
Okay.
So that makes it a bit easier to have it that low.
Yeah.
Because we have a business.
Still
so
impressive,
the fuel is
though.
through the business.
I mean, $280 sounds like what I would probably spend at the supermarket. Probably more often than I'd care to admit.
What was our trick that we learned for reducing our supermarket spend?
Yeah, tell me your tricks and tips, please.
Click and collect was, just mind-blowingly easy and effective.
Yeah, how does it, have you looked at the difference between when you go into the supermarket versus when you do click and collect? I have, and it's terrifying. Do you have the same experience?
Yeah, I tend to be like a hunter-gatherer type shopper. So I'll see things and, that'll be, we could use that or we could use that, and it wouldn't be on our list. So click and collect, you're just picking what we were actually planning meals. I think that was the trick. We were planning what we needed, so we were more intentional with how we shopped. So we were just buying the ingredients we needed. We weren't I wasn't going through the shop going, I could cook that or I could cook that, which is where we'd sort of end up with a lot of waste.
And then not end up cooking it and then throw it away.
Yeah.
And also the time that we normally could get to the supermarket was at the end of a long day when we hadn't eaten our dinner yet and we were hungry. So you get snacks and treats and whatever. So we weren't doing that with click and collect.
I suppose we cook more now than what we did, and because we're intentional with the buying, you're thinking, we'll do wraps, we'll do
slow cook.
Yeah, slow cook. But there's a few meals that are sort of our go-tos every week, and having it there just makes it easy.
So what is your life, kind of that day-to-day stuff with the slow cooking and click and collect? What did it look like before, and is there a big difference? Were you guys pretty sensible before?
Pizza.
We didn't really. I don't like cooking, and Caleb likes cooking, but is still sort of learning, I guess, more about it. And then, so we didn't really plan. We'd grab a few things and go, we could use this or that. And then get to the end of the day, too tired. Let's just order a pizza. So it's quite different. It's much more organised. You don't have to think because you've already thought. Like on the Sunday, we normally pick ours up. And then you've already got, okay, we know what we're doing for at least the weekdays. So you don't have to. I think that was the worst thing for me because I don't like cooking. The hardest part of that was that I didn't like having to think of what to cook at the end of the day. Getting home, I didn't want to make that decision. Now the decision's already been made. Yeah. So I don't have to think. I just go, well, that's what we're having. Get it out, do it.
Do you write it down, have a menu plan for the week?
Not really. We just sort of.
You just know?
Yeah, we just, yeah.
Well, although we don't necessarily like cooking alone, cooking together always works well for us.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it. That's too cute.
It just feels like you're not doing it alone. Yeah. It's like when you're doing chores.
Yeah.
If one of you is doing the dishes and the other one's sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
But if the other person's drying the dishes while you're washing them, then you're like, we're a team. Yeah. And then we can go and sit on the couch together at the end of it. It's a mind thing. And that's not the same for everybody. Some people don't like doing their chores together. That's cool. But for me, I'm like, work with me at the same time as me.
Let's do it together. So have you been together in this kind of coming to infinity and getting on board? Was one of you a little bit more into it than the other?
Laura was energetic from the start. I was on the surface energetic, I suppose, but a little bit cynical underneath. But yeah, as the more time went on and the more that we've seen, the more podcasts, Rem was the final clincher, I suppose, for me, just seeing Graham not just on a podcast, but yeah, just being Graham, and being real. And yeah, that sort of squashed all the cynicism for me.
What has the kind of relationship manager and kind of all the other team members done in that respect as well? I think a lot of people think it's just Graham and, you know, he's sitting there doing stuff. But what has being introduced to all of that done for you guys?
It takes all the weight off of our shoulders. We don't know how to do all those specialised jobs that the team, each individual of our team do. We wouldn't have a clue. So the communication between them and us being so clear and so helpful anytime we have a question, it creates trust. And when you can trust them that they know what they're doing and they're doing a good job, you don't have to worry about it. You can still ask questions. You can still, you know, want to understand to different levels. Some people are quite happy to go, here you go, you do it all. I'll just sit back and do what you know, every now and then you ask me to do something. But other people need to know on a deeper level, and either way, the Infinity staff members will meet those needs.
Yeah, I feel like there might be more questions coming from this side for the relationship. Does Amanda get a lot of questions from you? Or
you can hold yourself accountable, but it's easy to slip up. So I find with Amanda, it's like having an extra layer of accountability there. You know, are you going to be able to justify, not just to yourself in that weak moment? And I think that helps us hold ourselves more accountable. And she's just an amazing personality, I find. Always understanding. Yeah. As long as we send our weekly dog pictures to her, we're okay.
Perfect. Yeah. No, dog people are good people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's having a team, being part of a team. You know, you're not doing it alone. I don't know. It's hard to explain, other than the fact that it works. You can be disciplined on your own. You can definitely do that all on your own, but it definitely helps to have a team.
I think people listening might find that a bit hard to believe, though, that you have someone who watches what you spend and who keeps you in check, and you send dog pictures to, and you actually are like, you love her, and how does that happen?
It's not just I feel like it's not just a job for the relationship managers. They care about their clients. They want to know about you. They want to know about your lives, whether you're going through struggles, how they can reassure you or encourage you. It's like having a cheerleader. Or also, when Caleb said about the accountability, it's like if you go to the gym and you're a bit tired, you might not push yourself quite as hard. But if you go to the gym and you've got your personal trainer there, they're going to push you and you're going to try harder and do better than what you would if you were having a day. So it's like that.
Yeah, I hate my trainer quite a lot of the time. You like Amanda still. She mustn't be very mean to you, or you guys just are on you're good at this. Yeah?
We're well behaved, so yeah, that helps. We haven't seen mean Amanda yet, or angry Amanda yet.
Is there?
We don't want to actually.
No, I don't want to know if there is. No. I don't think there's a mean Amanda. She's too sweet.
Yeah. I guess for some people, yeah, it could feel a bit invasive or a bit like, oh, why do they have to watch my every transaction? But part of also what I learned, which I found really cool, was part of the reason that they have those records and keep those records is if we went to the bank and applied for a loan, we fill out a form estimating what our outgoings are, and the bank goes, oh, yep, and then they drop that by a percentage and then decide what they'll loan you. But when you've got a record of your transactions, a record of how much you're saving each month, that's actual real-time data evidence that can be then supplied to the bank and go, this is how these people financially live.
Yeah, there's no
and the bank can
guesstimating.
go, oh, well then we can give them this much capacity. So it's actually not something to hold you, feel like you're penned in or controlled. It's actually something that's going to benefit you hugely.
That's such a good way of describing it.
Yeah.
I think that is really helpful, and that people are worried that being on a budget or being, having your finances looked at is going to like catch them out or make their lives difficult. But actually, it doesn't sound like that's what happens. Love that. And what do you think about the community? I know you can see all you guys coming in and seeing each other today and meeting new people. And how has that helped in this part of your journey so far?
Oh, it's finding community amongst your friends in the going down this path. It's not impossible, but you're trying to fight off everyone's preconceived ideas. Everyone here's gone through what Megan said in one of her podcasts, gone through that pain to be here. They want to be here. They want to, take it up a notch. Having those friends that are around, which is what the community provides, is all people on board. So you're not having to justify what you're doing. You're actually getting encouraged to do it, and then you're being encouraged by everybody else's success stories, which I think Megan and Jeremy, what are they, 22 or whatever it is, some crazy amount of...
I think it's maybe 11. I'm not sure.
Oh, what properties?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of someone else. But hearing those success stories is just gives you that fuel to know that, you've got a chance to do that too. And all you got to do is work hard and let the baker bake, as G says. So.
And everybody's encouraging to each other instead of, I guess by the time you get to this point, everyone who's part of the community, they might have been through their skepticism or their questions or their doubts. They're now on the other side of it where they're like trusting the process, doing the work. And so everyone's encouraging each other. No one's sort of going, oh, but be careful about this or that, which is okay. Like when family and friends do that, they care about you and they're looking out for you and they don't want to see you fail, but they just don't have the information and haven't been part of the process to see what it can do. So it's nice to be around people you can have conversations with about your finances, about money, about how you're doing with all of that. And it's just all positive and supportive.
Has that been a big mind shift or like a shift in your lives to be able to talk about money openly and freely? Because I know that's kind of one of those things that's a bit taboo. We don't talk about our cash.
Yeah, everyone's got those preconceived ideas, so you want to, but you don't. So being able to not have to worry about what you say and how you say it, and trying to talk around people, it's quite inspiring. It helps you to go that little bit further.
You're always going to get some family and friends who are like, great, that's awesome. But you kind of have to maybe be careful about, who you share the information with and how much you share. And
has that been a difficult part of this? Because you kind of do get that success and the things change in your life and your focus changes. I think, have you found it that people have kind of gone, what's going on?
Yes and no.
We have probably not really talked about it enough for people to know that much. I've talked to my dad and my brother and my daughter and my son. Dad, yep, awesome, really encouraging. My brother was a little bit, just be a bit careful. And then my daughter was really happy for me, and my son wants to be part of Infinity, but he's just not in the right financial space yet, but he's very interested to know more, and I've directed him to the free webinar, so we'll see, maybe in a couple of years or something. So, but I haven't, it's not something we've shared with lots of people, really.
What would you say if people asked you, like, if they should, or, you know, they're just like, oh, I'm not really sure. Do you ever kind of say that? Or, you know, I guess probably what you'd have to say now after everyone sees your podcasts.
Get the information. Yeah, watch the information. Watch it for yourself. Make up your own mind. Be sure that it's what you want to do. And if you've got any questions, then I'll try to, you know, help you. But that's the best place to get the info is, that webinar and that masterclass.
Yeah, I think the whole let the baker bake just keeps coming back to me. And I've always said, as a tradesman, the price isn't as important as trusting the person you're going to get to do the job. As a finance broker, I make a good painter. So I don't know, well, not finance,
Property broker.
Property broker, I make a good painter. Like, I'm not going to have the knowledge that you guys have. So, you know, I can do my job well. So it only makes sense to, you know, if this is the property route that we want to go, is to let you guys do your job. And we're getting educated along the way. So it's trust and family. It's just an amazing system that's been brought together to help encourage us and help us get to where we'll have choices at some stage. Where, because of our divorces, we weren't in the financial position that we wanted to be in. So we could keep going the way we are and be somewhat comfortable, but not have as many choices. So if we, you know, knuckle down, stick to the FFF, these are all things that we can do, we can work with. And it's just something we're very grateful to have come across. Yeah,
we just pretty much do what we're told by everyone. We're like, you know what you're doing.
But you're doing what you're told, and then you guys are having you've got those options now. So you've got the choices, and what do those look like? What's your future look like now that it didn't look like before?
Can actually see that we can make it to where we want to be. We don't own our own home yet, so we only have the investment properties at this stage. But in a number of years where everything lines up and is in the right position, we will be able to get our dream property, and we don't know if we would have got there, or at least nowhere near as soon, if we didn't have the Infinity team that we have helping us and guiding us of how to do it. So that will be exciting one day. We would like a few acres so we can have as many dogs as possible.
All the dogs.
All of them.
You know, and just somewhere quiet and away from people. That's another good thing about click and collect. You don't have to see any people.
The overwhelm of the supermarket.
You don't have to get hit by people's trolleys. It's great. So
I'm with you.
Just that's what we want. Just a peaceful existence down the track, and not when we're 70 or 75. Where Caleb's nearly 50, I'm 50, and you know, if we could be set up in 10 years from now to have those options,
to enjoy it,
that would be amazing, and that's where we're heading. So
that's awesome. Well, congratulations, guys, and thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story. It really does help other people who aren't sure, and you know, it's always just nice to meet nice people.
Thank you.
Congrats again. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
You're fucking gone. See ya.